It's a nice sky.
What color is it? Do you know?
I think that's blue, maybe. With
Blue?
some white.
I see some white there. That's strange. Wow.
Yeah.
Never thought that existed until now. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it just doesn't make any sense.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and we are currently lost wandering through the forest. But today, we're going to be talking about how the meta has actually been kind of lost in Apex Legends, with a legend that came out when the game released being absolutely no longer picked, and one of the ones that was never ever picked, now at the top of the pick rates. We're going to go over what does that mean for the future of the meta, and we're also going to go ahead and give out one of the Bangalore Heirloom recolors. All you guys got to do is like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. But without further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the meta in Apex Legends.
So the meta in Season 22 has changed quite a bit, and some people are very happy, and some people are very, very unhappy. Mirage mains especially, and we'll go over that in a minute. But at the end of this month, something pretty big is happening. We are getting the Split 2 playoffs for the ALGS, and it's going to massively impact the meta going forward. Go ahead and play this little clip here with the promo so you guys can get an understanding of what this actually means. So the reason that this is going to be such a big deal and the ALGS is going to impact things is, well, pros are already complaining about some of the new buffs that Legends got. For instance, Imperial Hal went ahead and said crypto meta is the worst thing to happen to comp Apex from a player and viewing perspective. Now, in case you've been living underneath a rock, crypto's invisibility is absolutely insane. A lot of the general player base seems to like it a lot because, well, crypto's finally got a buff, but I can understand why the pros are upset because, well, Imperial Hal shows just how OP this invisibility is. Here is crypto invisibility by Imperial Hal.
Yep, there is. I'm regenning. No. Oh, that's fair. Okay. There's an invisible wall right here. Do you see this shit? Come. Wait, is there? There's a guy right here. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh my god! What? There's an invisible wall right here. I'm fucking dead. Fuck. What the fuck?
That thing is almost impossible to see and makes it very hard to combat competitively and a high pick rate. And it's gonna have a very, very big impact on the game because, well, crypto has actually seen a resurgence in pick rate. He's up 29.49%, which is massive, and he's now a mid-tier picked legend. I can only imagine that going up. And the developers are going to have quite a problem that they've been having the last couple seasons where pros complain about things and then things get nerfed and the general player base is unhappy. For instance, Caustic got a huge nerf recently where players can see through the smoke, and it was posted on Apex Legends on the subreddit. It's official. Caustic is now the lowest picked legend at high level play. The pros got what they wanted as almost no high pred or diamond lobby is running Caustic anymore. And going back to crypto, Mirage actually got a little bit of a nerf with this update as well because, well, Mirage's invisibility is just nowhere near as good as Crypto's. As you can see here, he is still visible. Well, Crypto is near invisible 100%. And the devs went ahead and added something a little bit new this season as well with the health bar, which nerfs several major legends like Bangalore, Mirage, and Caustic, as we just mentioned, as they can now be seen through their own gas, which is supposed to be kind of like a hideaway. Here's actually a clip real quick of Mirage and how his invisibility no longer works on his ultimate with the new health bar system. We'll play the clip right here.
I knew as soon as the patch notes came out that I would have to make a video about this, and unfortunately for us Mirage mains, it's a pretty sad day. So as you know, whenever you shoot an enemy, their health appears above their head in Season 22, but this does not apply to decoys. So if you get shot and pop your Mirage ult, you are going to stick out like a sore thumb. Really big miss from the devs. Fortunately though, whenever a recon character ADSs, all the decoys show up red, just like the real Mirage, so at least we have that going. But the health bar thing is just a big deal breaker. Makes the ult useless. I also went ahead and tested if the new LMG hop-up worked on decoys, and fortunately it does. at least we have that going as well. But yeah, man, devs, please fix the health bar thing. I mean, health bars show for portal characters, they show on seer scan, seer ults. Fix this now!
So Apex Legends is going to be continually put in a very, very rough spot because they have to figure out how to balance the game for pros, but then also make it manageable for the casual player who wants to hop in and maybe play some of their favorite legends. I actually think the crypto buff was good. Maybe it does need some fine tuning and tweaking, but they actually made the character finally more usable because before he was just a sitting duckwill in his drone. And in the past, when pros have disliked things and it gets nerfed, for instance, Tyler actually pointed out on Imperial How's tweet that Catalyst and Seer used to be a huge issue in the pro scene, and then they got nerfed. And if we actually go back to that pick rate image, well, who's at the very bottom there? Seer and Catalyst are both in the bottom 5. Caustic, once again, in that bottom 8. And I think what is important for Respawn to do is start to pivot away, not necessarily from what the pros want because they do play the game at a high level, but to have a very clear balance difference between what happens in high level pred ranked games and then what is in casuals or pub lobbies. For instance, if they brought something like a revival as a permanent feature or just a pub lobby in general and had a meta balance for that where characters were more fun to play, like Crypto keeps his invisibility, so on and so forth, and then you had the ranked system and then an ALGS system which functioned completely different. As it currently is, ALGS doesn't even have hot drops anymore with the drop ship, so I don't see why that isn't something that they could take a look at doing. It would also make, I think, the players a lot more happy. There is actually something coming out very soon with a new ranked rumble mode on August 20th, which is Straight Shot Revival, and interestingly enough, that is a ranked rumble mode that does not feature the dropship, although it is a smaller number of players, so it does seem like they are experimenting with that somewhat, and I think that's the direction that Respawn is going to have to move in the future. We've seen things like the controller nerf recently, where Imperial Hal just straight up said, yeah, he got controller nerfed because of how OP it was for so long, and there is definitely some merit to what he's saying there, but not everyone is Imperial Hal on a controller, if you get what I'm saying. Nor is everyone going to be a top tier Apex #1 Predator playing in the ALGS using Crypto to turn invisible and rack up points. It's just something that is going to be a difference between the casual player and the pro players, and there needs to start being a divide. Also, just something very random I want to talk about at the end is I think the dual Mozambique is probably going to be getting a nerf very soon, and this was actually posted on Reddit. I really think they should go ahead and do something where they actually have each skin, or something where they have each Mozambique have a different weapon skin. If we have 2 of them already, there's so many different weapon skins out there that I think this would just be a really cool feature to add in, but that's just where I wanted to cap off the meta balance changes.
Let me know down below, do you guys like this change in meta right now that's going on with things being completely reversed? How do you feel that it'll go forward for ALGS? Or do you think that these are kind of bad moves and it kind of does hurt other legends like Mirage? Also, don't forget to check out this video and this video right here where I go ahead and cover more news on Apex Legends. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.